Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Wentworth West Course, which is currently hosting this weekend's BMW Championship. This one was designed by Colin Mafia, a very esteemed designer. It's probably the best version of the course available to us in the game, but it is a par 72, fairways and greens are firm, the green speeds are medium fast and the weather is clear. Let's check out the tee options. We will be swinging from the championship tees, which are playing 7,418 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. Now, thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. If you are new here, please make sure to smash the subscribe button, and if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like. So I do have the wind into my face here. I'm going to have to try and overpower this just to find that downhill slope on the fairway, and hopefully we get a favourable kick if we do reach it. It's 104% power, tiny fast, but that should comfortably kick down and onto that flat area of the fairway. No, it actually stays there, so that is going to be an awkward lie at my feet. 174, that is a tough pin tucked at the right hand side, defended by that slope. Let's play the wind and the slope. The slope at my feet should take me round to the right and add a few yards. Wow, it's a tiny fast, and look how far left that ball is leaking. That slope at my feet did not move me at all, sadly. So that is going to be a very difficult putt here. It's going to be uphill, downhill, breaking multiple ways, every which way but loose. Let's just see if we can lag this one close. Definitely breaking more from left to right. I just want to get the ball to the top of that ridge, and hopefully the green does the rest. That's a lovely touch, by the way. I tell you something, this has a chance of dropping. This has a chance of dropping. Wow, what a putt, guys. Probably my best putt, or one of my best putts on this game to date. And we will definitely take another look at that. Wow, unbelievable putt to start the round. Long may it continue. I just knew if I got it to the top of that slope, it was always going to turn downhill towards the cup. And what an outstanding putt. We are going to move on to hole number 2 at 1 under. But this is a very strategic golf course, especially in these high winds. So I am going to have to shape this shot. Let's go pitch and wedge and apply a touch of drop and try and get this ball turning over. It's a lovely strike. That tiny fast is going to ensure I stay left, but it should kick right towards the flagstick. Come on, back you come. It's pin high. And it's a very makeable putt from 16 feet. Green speeds are 155. Very little movement in this one. It's a lovely putt line. And what a way to start the round. Back-to-back birdies. Couldn't have asked for a better start. And we are going to move on to hole number 3. This is going to be a long par 4 into this 11-mile-per-hour wind. But I'm really looking forward to following this week's BMW Championship. I'm recording this on the Thursday, but it will be released Friday morning, hopefully. And I'm going to tip Richie Ramsey to do well here, and Tyrell Hatton. I think the two of them have a really good game for this golf course. And hopefully the likes of Hovland, Fleetwood, Rory McIlroy, all the big hitters for Team Europe start to find their form. And how on earth is that ball shot so far left? That was almost a laser beam perfect. I have noticed this the last couple of times I have played the game, that at times the ball just seems to shoot way offline for no apparent reason. But the game did recently do an update. I think it was yesterday, which would be Wednesday. It was just attributes for the designers. I think it was Asian attributes, if I do recall. But that is back-to-back birdies and back-to-back pars. Going to have to try and draw this a little bit. Keep this down the centre of the fairway. That wind is going to help me out. I do get a perfect tiny push right on my swing line. That's going to leave me nothing more than a mid-iron into this par 5. Let's go 7-iron, and I want to land this short right of the green and hopefully get a nice kick up from the fairway. It's a really nice strike, actually. That slow's kind of killed the yardage. I don't think that's going to make it up this slope. No, it hasn't. And this is actually a tough chip. I can't be too long or that ball is just going to disappear off the green. So try to kick this into the slope, defending the pin here. Delicate touch required. Played it well and it released out beautifully, and that is going to be a tap-in birdie for my third birdie of the round. But this course really does offer a challenging test, and like I say, in my opinion, it's the best version available to us in the game. And if, like me, you want to follow along with the PGA Tour pros, there's no better course to do that. So let's go 5-iron, a little touch of backspin here. Try to use the wind and the slope short off the pin. It's a laser beam perfect. This should be really, really good. It should kick right, but is it going to sit? It does kick right. It's reluctantly checking up, and that is going to be a downhill putt for birdie. 17 feet out. Downhill. Breaking from left to right. Going left edge here. That looks good. It is good, right into the heart of the cup. And I do move to 4 under par. Hole number 6, wind in my face here. But some of these greens, you really do require target golf. Very tight, small greens where precision shots into them are required. This is going to be a longer shot than I wanted with this 10-mile-per-hour wind holding me up. I'm really in between clubs here. I'm going to have to fully de-loft this gap wedge and try and force this to kick out for me. It's another nice strike. Oh, no. Yet again, early. It's a horrible kick. And like I said, the greens really are tiny. I don't see how I hold this. I'm going to try and bump this into the light rough at the top of the green, just short, and see if it will feather out. But I think this ball's going to run on. I've played it. Oh, no. I played the exact shot I wanted, but there was just no way of holding that pin with that slope. So let's try and chip this one in. Don't want to be too aggressive here. This is a really tough pin. Go on, run out, run out. Didn't have the line nor the pace. It was always going to miss on the right-hand side there. So that really is a pure bogey. Did get a little bit of misfortune there with that kick. But hole number 7, there's no way I can carry that water. Not a hope in hell. So I'm going to have to lay up here. As much as I want to take it on, I just don't feel I can reach. That wind is more diagonal than anything else. So just going to shape 5 wood here. It's another decent strike. Swing timing and swing line. Certainly getting more consistent the more I play this game. And that's actually ran in to the light rough here. Yet again, in between clubs. I'm hoping I can overpower this sand wedge. It's a lovely, lovely strike. This should get a firm kick and hopefully check up next to the pin. That didn't check up at all. Surely it comes back down. No, it's not going to stay there, is it? It has done. Quite surprised that stayed in a slope. It's 5 inches below me, the cup. This is a delicate touch. Surely this turns. It's a nice weight. It's not turning at all. That ball hardly turned. I just feathered that as well. There was no way of stopping that. But I really am amazed that the ball hung up there. So an uphill putt, pretty straight. It's another solid par. It's going to keep me at 3 under. But let's move on to hole number 8. I'm going to come down to the 3 wood here. I do have a 13-mile-per-hour wind behind me. That's all I seem to do in this game in EA Sports PGA Tour recently, the last 3-4 weeks, is play in high wind conditions. But I do enjoy playing the more challenging conditions on courses. So this is going to be a pitch. Surely I just need to find that slope. So let's go with the gap wedge pitch. The wind should help me out. As long as I avoid a huge slow here, I should be okay. Slope at my feet should take me left. Hopefully the wind kind of corrects it. It's a little bit fast, but it should comfortably bounce out down the slope. And this could be really good. That will go down. I was going to say, there's no way you're staying there, ball. This could get really, really good. Get in the hole. Really good pitch shot there. Despite that slight fast. I do get back to 4 under par. And we move on to the final hole of the front 9. The wind really picking up here. Just going to apply a tiny bit of fade. Try and overpower this one. And find the centre of the fairway. 104%. Lovely strike. Still going to have a lot of work to do here with the wind in my face. But I think this is the only golf course that I can recall at first thinking it finishes with 2 par 5s. And they're both testing par 5s. That is a laser beam perfect. This should be money. This is all over it like a rash. It should kick out. Didn't release out or bounce as firmly as I expected, but it's a very makeable putt. Yet again, downhill. Now, the previous downhill putt, which is very similar to this, hardly turned. So I'm not going to allow for as much break. Oh, wow. That burned the right-hand side edge. Some of these pins are really, really tough. They're on these subtle downslopes that really make putting awkward. But a solid front 9, just disappointed with the one blemish on the scorecard. And we move on to hole number 10. 13 mile per hour wind in my face. Let's go 5-iron here. I'm going to have to try and overpower this one slightly, but anything on the left-hand side off the pin should be favourable. 104% power. It's a lovely strike. It's tracking well. Now, this surely kicks right and feeds down towards the flag. What a golf shot. I really am playing some terrific golf. Let's hope I can back this up with a birdie putt. Oh, my goodness me. Honestly, I'm just a terrible putter, guys. I mean, I seem to get so many lip outs currently. I'm just going to try and be positive about it, that you're talking millimetres out of reading these putts. But it really is in my head now. My game from tee to green in both games is as strong as I could ask for. But when it comes down to the greens and putting, I have a huge issue. It is frustrating, but just try to stay positive, and I'm sure it will click eventually. So let's go pitch and wedge here. 13 mile per hour wind. Oh, it's a lovely strike. This should be all over it again. Get in the hole, by the way. It should check. What a golf shot. And that's what I mean. I really am swinging well at the moment. Hopefully this is a birdie. I do move to 5 under par. I should be maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 under here, really, with the chances I've created. And this is a beautiful hole. I'm going to have to try and feed the ball through the gap in the trees. This is a massive par 5, despite what the yardage suggests. It's a huge dogleg left. I actually don't know if I can find fairway here. I'm going to try and overpower this, and hopefully we kick out from the left-hand side rough. But just fading this ever so slightly. Oh, it's beautiful. 105% power. That needs to go, though. That's going to be stuck in the heavy rough. I got too greedy there. But wow. With that wind in your face, this is an extremely tough hole and tough tee shot. I'm just going to have to hack out here. Let's go 6-iron. Just get this back in play, take my medicine, and hopefully I can get up and down for the birdie. But this really is a fantastic golf course. And the majority of pros are finding it tough from the footage I have seen this morning. But let's go lob wedge. These winds are really, really tough, these cross winds. It's a lovely strike that needs to get down. It's going to be long. I'm really surprised that has went as far past the pin as what it did. I got an absolute flyer there. So that's disappointing. Unless I chip this in. Get in. It's got a chance. Oh, wow. Yet again, burning edges. But these conditions are ensuring the course plays extremely difficult. I mean, tight fairways around this course. And with these crosswinds, you're having to shape a lot of shots. Big draw here. The tree line with these winds really hinders you. So you can't just play the wind at times. You are going to have to shape shots. So 170 yards out. I'm going to have to go and apply a good bit of D-loft here. Yet again in between clubs. Just try to force this one down the left-hand side. It should sit down pretty quickly. It has done. It's another fantastic approach shot. It really, really is. This is a tough putt. This is a 1 in 4 putt for me. It should comfortably turn. Oh my goodness, guys. This is really getting in to the frustrating and disappointing territory now. I am really playing some great golf shots here. My putting is not backing that up. But hole number 14. Let's go 8 iron. I can play the wind this time. Swinging so well. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Wow, I'm really, really long there. And I can't believe the wind did not move me as much as I expected there. That was a 14 mile per hour wind when I hit that. I must have hit something like 105% or something. And this is now a horrible shot. I don't think there's any way of getting this close. I'm going to try and flop it and spin it back. Don't want to spin it too much though. Now surely this checks. Come on, back you come. Come on, ball, back you come. I didn't get as much action as I expected. And this is another tough putt. You really do, part of me, require accuracy around this golf course. Hold your line, hold your line. Probably my best putt, second best putt of the round. I knew when I drained that break-in putt on the first, uphill, downhill, different postcode, that was going to be the only decent putt I made in the round. But hole number 15, I'm going to have to try and shape this one. Could have done white the fast, but it's going to find the fairway. (195 yards). These are long par 4s. 10 mile per hour diagonal wind. I'm just going to apply a little bit of D-loft to this 6 iron. Oh, that's a huge slope. And that is going to miss the right-hand side. Just trickles off the green. I expected that to go a lot more to the right than what it did. I'm going to putt this one, you know. Just want to try and get the distance here. There's not much in it. It's definitely breaking from left to right at my feet. And then the last 6 or 7 feet, it should turn back. I've got the weight. I've got the weight. Have we got the read? Turn, turn, turn. I've left it short. It was a really good read. I didn't expect that to be short. Disappointing. That certainly had a chance. I'm going to remain at 5 under par here, but really enjoying this golf course, guys. Let's try and draw this one and find the gap between the bunker on the left-hand side. We could well drive the green here. It's a lovely strike. Has it got the legs to kick up? Please avoid the bunker. What a golf shot. What a golf shot. Oh, no way. At the last second. It dribbles in to the rough, but let's try and flop this one. It should run out a little bit here. Can be fully aggressive here. 102% power, laser beam perfect. I didn't expect that to be as short as that. I really didn't. It's a very makeable putt though from 17 feet. Not much in it. 4 beads slowly breaking from left to right. Putt line's good. The read wasn't. Oh dear, people. I can't believe it broke as much as that. I mean, I'm looking back at it there, guys, and there didn't look as that there was as much movement as what it did. How on earth I'm only 5 under here, because I really have played extremely well, and I think that's a frustrating thing when you're swinging well and still not shooting really good. It's a frustrating game. I mean, there's another laser beam perfect. I'm shaping the ball as you have to. And I would actually say I'm putting on a ball striking clinic here. But back-to-back par 5s. I'm going to try and kick this up. 4 iron. I actually don't know if that's going to reach. I've miscalculated my yardage there. I fully expected that wind to carry me a lot more. Oh, and this is horrible. Just going to try and play for the top of the slope here. Let's chip this one. Full backspin. Just going to play for the top of the slope and let it feed down. Oh my goodness, a very slow. I just did not commit to that. And I've made a right mess of some of these par 5s. 42 feet short, uphill, downhill, breaking both ways. I'm going to favour the left-hand side here. Come on, turn back. It's not turning. It's not turning. Probably hits it through the break a little bit there. And I've been really disappointed now with 2 of the par 5s, but let's try and finish with a birdie. If I do recall, this is a tough finishing hole. A lot of the pros will probably hit 3-wood off this tee, or hybrid, maybe even 5-wood. But I'm going to have to try and play a huge fade shot here. This is an exhibition golf shot coming up here. This could go horribly wrong, but I don't care. I'm all about the entertainment. That is a lovely strike. And that is going to ensure I can reach this green in 2. There'll be a little stream defending the front of the green here. Wow, really in between clubs. Let's try and shape this one. Full off, full shape. Can't hit a fast here. Got to get as close to the perfect as possible. Trying to land this at the front. Right, if I can repeat that practice swing, this is money. Tiny slow, but I have pulled my swing line. This should be really, really good. This is a brave shot. Please be nice. This should run all the way up towards the pin and hopefully set up an eagle opportunity that I will most likely miss. What a golf shot that is, guys. Please spam the like button if you haven't already done so. 12 feet uphill. A little bit of movement left to right. Hopefully I can drain this and get to 7 under. What a putt. At the end of the day, really, really good golf course, guys. I was frustrated with my putt in there, but I think I did put on a golf clinic with my ball striking. But that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like. If you are new here, smash the subscribe button. Get out there and play the course. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.